Hello and welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I've done one of these videos and I really wanted to get back to some more brand intro videos because I'm working with a lot of brands on Instagram and I'm constantly coming across new brands that are cool and higher end and well made, and these videos have done well previously, so you guys obviously like them. And I've got a really cool streetwear brand that I've been working with recently that I wanted to introduce you to. This isn't a sponsored post. They sent me a load of pieces, kind of no obligation to post, more for Instagram I suppose, but I'm really pleased with the bits that they've sent me and I've been wearing them non-stop, so I thought today I could introduce you to them. So this is a brand called Beaumont Pictures. They are based in the UK and in Shanghai, and their pieces are basically inspired by pop culture, Korean street style, high-end fashion and that kind of thing. They are oversized, edgy, really well made actually from what I've had so far, and their price points tend to go from, I'd say, roughly around £60 to £150, obviously dependent on what you're buying. So I thought I'd start with one of my favourite kind of co-ords that I've been wearing from them recently. We know, if you follow me on any other social media, that I'm a huge fan of denim, and this is a really nice double denim co-ord. I mean, given that we are kind of going into more warmer weather now, I don't think I'll have as much use for this jacket as I would have hoped to, but jackets is one of those things that I tend to collect and wear forever and ever, and I'm also a massive fan of a matching co-ord. So this is the jacket in question. I'm going to show for each of these pieces a closer up look like I've done in my most recent previous videos, so that you can really get a sense of what this looks like. But it's heavy and lightweight at the same time. It almost feels like a lightweight duvet inside. It's a dark kind of acidy wash almost denim with a metal zip up the front, and it also has, which I really love, is the kind of toggle details at the waistband, so that you can really bring these in and fold it under depending on the type of shape that you want. Maybe if you're wearing it open, you could loosen these a bit and have more of a structured feel. And the bottom part of this co-ord is a really cool, in the same kind of washed black denim, utility cargo style pant. You'll see it's got these really nice large pocket details down the side, which I really think just adds something to making them look a little bit more interesting and, like I say, utility style as opposed to a standard jean. I think these could be really nice dressed up with a pair of heeled boots, which is actually the way I styled them. On my Instagram I'll insert a picture if I can. I've gone for a large in sizing with most of these pieces, but I think especially on the bottom I could probably have sized down. I do have short legs, so I often find that pants are too long for me when I size up. But that's kind of just something that I've come to terms with, and have to tailor most of my pants up, and also in at the waist because I like the oversized feel. So I would say maybe don't go as oversized as you think that you need to, because the products are typically oversized anyway. The next piece is another pair of jeans, again kind of a dark black acidy wash style. They are different slightly to the cargo jeans. They're a different shape, they fit a bit more structured, they're a wider leg, and also I think they're a little bit darker. You can see here they have the really nice kind of worn detail at the top and the acid wash that goes all the way down the leg. It actually mirrors on the back as well, and they've got these nice big pockets on the back. I actually did a TikTok video a few weeks ago that explains, if you're a similar shape to me where you have kind of short legs and you're a bit rounder on the bottom, these wide leg jeans, especially with a big pocket on the back, are really going to work for you, because if your jeans have a smaller pocket, it's going to make them look a little bit like they don't fit you. These big pockets on the bum are what makes you look a little bit more in proportion, and it's tiny little details like that that people often overlook. Got very simple detailing with the button, chrome button and zip, and then this kind of black leather pouch on the back with branding on. I think my favourite thing about this brand is that yes, the pieces are street style with an edge, but they're also still very classic pieces that are timeless and very versatile. You can wear again and again. Those jeans have now, both pairs have become a big staple in my wardrobe because they really are able to be worn with anything and styled up different ways to be made to look like a completely different outfit or a completely different piece. Another great point about this brand is that all of these pieces, pretty much all of them, are unisex, and they do show them for both men and for women, so I'm not sure if maybe the tailoring is slightly different or if they're just the same piece styled two different ways, but they are in principle a unisex brand. And I think I love that inclusivity of you can, you know, anything on the site is available to you, and also encourages that nice bit of his and hers coordination, which my boyfriend refuses to get involved in. The next piece is also something I've been wearing to death recently, and it's this monochromatic jumper, light jumper with actually got shoulder pads in. And when this came, I wasn't expecting it to have the shoulder pads, and I had my reservations at first, but actually it really makes for something quite interesting, you know, a bit more than a jumper, and it gives that like cool, almost dressy edge to the piece. So it has this nice branding on the front, and then the stripes go all the way down the arms and the front of the top. It's also echoed on the back, and this is one of my favourite things to see in a brand. I've spoken about this on TikTok before when I did a trends video, is when things are shown on the front and not on the back. It's the same with if you get a dress that's one material on the front and then it's almost like a lining fabric on the back. I think that really cheapens the look of a piece, whereas when it's mirrored on both sides, I think subconsciously we all kind of see the more luxurious side of it. And the final piece that I have from these guys is not going to be for everyone. It really does epitomise their kind of street style Korean fashion edge. It's these really interesting kind of swirl pattern trousers that are in a really thick, almost scuba material, but still feel quite lightweight when you have them on. I think that thickness of the fabric makes them really structured and sit really nicely. And I love the monochromatic pale grey on black. It also has a slightly different shade of grey piping as those two colours meet. The grey is also echoed here on the top of the pockets on the back, which again, we mentioned that before, that extra luxurious feel. Again, these are slightly too long for me, but one way that I had styled them was with the waistband tucked over, as we're seeing more and more of that nowadays, that kind of undone, almost lazy kind of look, kind of off-duty model look that I really like. And also I think nice with a pair of heels as well. Once I'd put a heeled boot on, they were a really good length. I think it's a fine line between trousers being too long and then being too short. You know, if you have a heel on or a heeled boot, I like them to be just about to touch the floor and not looking like actually they're too short for me. So another fairly short vlog today, but I'm trying to make sure that these aren't super duper long so that you actually have time to watch them and take it in. I love doing these brand intros, and like I say, I'm finding these new brands on a daily basis that I'm becoming obsessed with, and it's offers something a little bit of something different to all the Zara pieces that you're seeing on Instagram constantly. I too love Zara, but I think these pieces that are less seen are way more interesting. I hope that I've put you onto a brand that you absolutely love. Yes, the price point's a little bit higher than what you would pay at Zara or a lot of high street places, but I think the price echoes the quality, and a lot of these are smaller businesses, so I think it's nice to be supporting people's dreams. Let me know if there's any other brands that you've been thinking about or you want me to review, or more brand intros that you want to see, any particular types of brands, any particular styles of clothing, because I really love doing these videos. I have a passion for fashion, as brats would say, so yeah. It makes me happy to talk about things that I love and that we have a shared interest about. I'm also still in the process of rescheduling the Sarah Robinson Behind the Brand podcast interview, which I think will take place in the first week in May. So I'm hoping that actually I can get that turned around quicker than I originally hoped after the disaster that we had on the shoot day. So that will be coming soon too. And I'll see you all soon.